You're watching Elevate with Emily, and today is the first episode in a mini series that I have created to give you instant tools to improve your marriage. A lot of these might seem common sense, but such is life. It's simple, but it's not easy to implement. And even though the tool itself is simple, sometimes knowing the why behind it is so important in motivating us to actually follow through and do it. Because looking at it on the surface, it's like, what the heck? How's that small, simple, dumb thing actually going to make a big impact in my life? Because that's what I need. I need immediate answers. I need immediate improvement. I need things to get better right now. And so understanding the research behind it can help us to believe that it's going to work enough so that we give it a try and see that it actually does. And then, because we're human, and we get lazy, we forget to keep it up, to keep doing it. Things are going so well right now, I don't need to keep doing that thing to maintain the goodness. It is good. And so we stop. And then guess what? Things start to go downhill. Then we're like, oh, shoot. And then we're brought to a lower point where we then remember, oh yes, this is what I need to be doing. And so this mini series is going to introduce concepts and tools and ideas and things that you can implement that will immediately improve and enhance your marriage, but you gotta actually do them. That's the tricky part. So here we go with today's first episode. We're going to talk about the power of gratitude. We live in a world of instant gratification. We can pop something in the microwave and out comes 2 minutes later, a meal ready to go. And oftentimes the things that are the most delicious, the most meaningful, take a lot longer to cook. Instant gratification is the biggest lie when it comes to relationships. Like a delicious meal that has marinated and been slow cooked and been prepared to perfection, it's taken so long to get it to that point, and it's absolutely delicious. And when you try to mimic it in an instant way, it's just not the same. It doesn't have the same texture, it doesn't have the same richness, the same flavor. And often that's how life is. And so with this expectation of being instantly gratified in our relationships, it makes us more selfish and self-focused. It's focused on what I can get next, what I can get immediately that can please me. Instead, gratitude does the opposite, and it changes the focus of your mind. Instead of what can I next get to satisfy and make me happy and bring me immediate joy, it reverses the mind and says, what do I already have that adds so much meaning, richness, and fulfillment into my life? What do I already have that I am so incredibly grateful for? And I will tell you that that one simple change in your mindset will change instant gratification to an instant gratification of gratitude. That as you focus on feeling gratitude, you'll be gratified. You can't just go through the motions. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful I have water. I'm grateful I have food. I'm grateful I have shoes on my feet, right? It can't just be a checklist, something logical. Logically, what should I be grateful for? It's really important that it comes from the heart. You tune in with your body, you tune in with where you're at in life and what has happened to get you there, the people who have helped you become who you are. And as you focus in on that and speak from the heart, so much power comes flowing into your life immediately. It will evoke positive feelings towards your spouse as you daily or weekly make a conscious effort to remember what they have done for you and the things you are so grateful for about them. It will just engender these feelings of gratitude and love and closeness that puts you in a more positive mood and allows you to have more patience and understanding when things aren't going immediately the way you want them to go. Research backs this up, right? They've tested groups where they have a group of people who are depressed taking an antidepressant. Then they have a group of people taking an antidepressant and journaling daily about being grateful. They have another group who is journaling weekly. And as they compare the different groups, the group who reflects weekly on what they're grateful for, they report feeling so much happier in their day-to-day life. And I think that there's power in that. Maybe starting every single day is a little too much and a little overwhelming, and then we feel guilty if we miss a day, and so it's not as effective. So find what works for you. Whether it's writing down 1 or 2 sentences at the end of the day of things that you're sincerely grateful that happened, or whether it is blogging once a week and writing down highlights of that week of things that happened that you're so incredibly grateful for. Maybe it's something that you find fulfillment doing once a month, but whatever that pace is for you, try out, see what works until you find what works for you, and then stick to it and give yourself grace, give yourself room to miss, and know and recognize even that it's part of the life cycle, a part of being human, that you're going to be doing really well for a while and things are going to be going really great, and because you're human and a natural man, you're going to slip up and you're going to fall, and that's okay. And that low point will simply remind you of the things that you're forgetting to do so that you can start doing them again and start being happy again. And your cycles might be a day-to-day thing. It might be a week-to-week thing, a month-to-month thing, or a period of years. But track your cycles, track your highs and your lows. Be mindful of who you are, where you're at, what you're feeling. Be able to implement the tools in those low moments when you need them, and then use them as maintenance. When things are going good, continue to do them to keep things good. But don't worry if you slip up, because you will. And slipping up will simply remind you just how good you had it and will help motivate you to get back to that point. And so it's okay. My challenge for you and your partner is to pick a consistent schedule once a day, every other day, once a week, but pick a time. Write it down in your phone right now. Pause the video and put a reminder in your phone for how frequently that you want to be grateful. And as you're starting the process, don't just do a checklist. In order to make it meaningful, start with a prayer. Start with a prayer asking God to open up your heart, to see things through His eyes, to recognize the tender mercies in your life. Start with a mindful meditation. Do a body scan from head to toe and really feel your body. Feel if your head is aching. Feel if you have tension in your shoulders. Feel if you are just peaceful. Put a hand on your chest and one on your stomach and just breathe and really center yourself in the here and the now. And then review in your mind the people and the things that you are sincerely grateful for that have made you the good person that you are today. And that is honestly what a good life and a good marriage is made up of. If you want a lifetime of happiness, that lifetime is filled up with decades. And those decades are filled up with years. And those years are filled up with months. And those months are made up of days. And those days are made up of hours. And you probably get where I'm going here, but those hours are made up of minutes. And if you can, in this minute, practice gratitude and feel peace and gratification and happiness, then those minutes add up to an hour, which add up to a day, and it will transform your life. And it does start on such a small and simple level of right here and right now. Because if I can be happy right now, I can be happy for my whole life. I have the power to make my life happy and meaningful. So on a personal level, gratitude will change a lot within you. And then within your relationship, it will increase your patience and your love toward your partner. It will energize you. It'll help you have the capacity to listen better to them, to understand them better, to appreciate and cherish them more. And as they feel cherished and as they feel heard and as they feel listened to, they're going to be happier and they're going to be more appreciative. And that's going to rub off on you as they start cherishing you back. and start expressing their gratitude back to you. And so you've started this cycle of uplifting one another. Even if you have to start it, right? You have to step up and be the bigger person. Right now, you both are fighting, you're both angry at each other. Someone needs to start the change for the better. Why not you? And so make it sincere and put yourself out there and be vulnerable. And hey, watch this video together and create a safe place to talk. In future videos, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So use this gratitude tool. Let me know in the comments how it's working for you, but give it a try. Just do it. Stay tuned for the next video. That will give you another tool to try that can instantly improve yourself and your relationships. Thanks for watching.